This man belongs behind bars. He's an absolute criminal. I have evidence documented. $2 for deliveries. They offer you $2 multiple times in cities like Tucson, Arizona, Denver, Colorado, San Diego, California. I've been all over the country, dude. You going down, motherfucker. You fucking going down, son. You gonna lose every fucking thing you ever thought about having. Benito. Check this shit out.
On millions of Uber trip records compiled from consumer credit card transactions and ride-hail driver pay records in the U.S. These large-scale databases enable an independent, credible assessment of Uber's pricing and pay trends. So let's dive in to see how Uber's CEO has finally begun to generate positive operating cash flow in a company with the dubious distinction of having lost more money than any startup in history.
Well, top of Google, look at there. 2 losers. Too bad they're both gonna have a mighty fall. Watch this.
Uber's CEO hides driver pay cuts to boost profits. By Len Sherman. Uber is on a roll. Through the first 3 quarters of this year, Uber racked up over $2.8 billion in operating cash flow, while posting a 21% increase in global bookings. Investors have taken notice. Uber's stock price has more than doubled year to date. On his most recent earnings call, CEO Dara Khosrowshahi attributed Uber's success to the growth flywheel we built, coupled with rigorous cost discipline, enabling us to generate strong leverage to exit the year with tremendous momentum and reliable execution.
What do you think, dude?
But cutting through corporate speak, Dara, as he prefers to be called, failed to mention the biggest factor driving Uber's growing profitability. Dara has gone back to an old trick in Uber's playbook, cutting driver pay. But this time, with a clever change in how the company pays its U.S. drivers, disguising yet another pay cut, and allowing Uber to take a much bigger cut of passenger fares for itself. Since taking the helm of Uber,
what they want you to do is they want you to get in there, and then they don't want you to be long-term. Once you figure out what the hell's going on, they want you gone. They won't get these new people in there. They keep fucking scamming everybody.
Dara has
spend all this time and do a whole fucking. He shows up for this big meeting. Look at all the great changes we've changed. The fucking app. There's nothing wrong with the fucking app. It was 2 years ago when I went to Denver last year. There was nothing wrong with the app. Worked great. Oh, we got to make these improvements and do all this bullshit so we can impress our whoever. Ain't impressing me. Yet cut money. I know for a fact because I've been there for a couple of years. I've driven from Alabama. I've driven out of Alabama, started there, and I've delivered food all the way from Daytona Beach, Florida, to Carlsbad, Colorado, and everywhere in between. And I know they're fucking destroying this place. And if it takes me to take them down, I've got the goods. Give me a call. Just Google Westcliff Stoner. Westcliff Stoner. You'll find me. Ain't that hard to find.
Raised U.S. ride-hail prices by 55%, more than twice the rate of inflation, while cutting driver pay, despite soaring inflation in auto operating costs borne by Uber's millions of U.S. drivers. As a result, the U.S. ride-hail business has become Uber's piggy bank, driving almost a third of its total global year-on-year, YOY, operating cash flow increase this quarter. Uber's CEO has adroitly masked these inconvenient truths behind vague and misleading scripted talking points. For example, in a recent interview with Kara Swisher, Dara claimed the average driver in the U.S. last quarter made between $33 and $34 per utilized hour, and that, not including commercial insurance costs that are very expensive, our take rate,
gas,
the amount of passenger fares that the company keeps for itself, is about 15%.
Bullshit.
But Dara's first statement dodges the fact that Uber decreased its U.S. driver pay per trip by nearly 12% YoY in Q3 2023, and grossly overstates, by more than double, what drivers can expect to be paid per working hour, net of high and increasing operating expenses.
That is fraudulent practice. He needs
As
to be
for Dara's second
prosecuted.
statement, by the same definition Uber has used for years, We estimate that its U.S. ride-hail take rate in Q3 2023 was 40%,
Exactly.
not 15%.
They were taking at least 40%.
Lyft recently reported that its Q3
Sometimes over
2023
50.
North American
Facts.
take rate
I've
was
got 'em.
33%.
I've got the receipts, bitch.
Distortions of this magnitude aren't just a case of nuanced differences in the definitions of key
Fucking
operating
lying
metrics, but rather
fraud.
a concerted effort by Uber to deflect attention from the extent to which consumer price increases and driver pay cuts have fueled the company's improving profitability. Uber declined when asked to clarify its definitions and assumptions supporting its CEO's
Can you
recent
imagine
comments
that?
on Uber's driver
Oh,
pay
we
and take
declined.
rates.
Why? Fucking scam, that's why. I'll give you the facts. I know. From the inside out. You fucking going down, dude.